Safaricom. 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 How many times have I called you? I've called you 3 times. Just like Jesus called Peter. Are you working with Ruto to steal from Kenyans? Cause tell me how I bought 1,000 bob worth of monthly data and monthly minutes. Then 1 week later, zimeisha. Mind you, I have Wi-Fi in my house. So the only time I get to use bundles is when I'm leaving the house, which is not very many times. Yeah? Let us boycott Safaricom. Wakwenda huko wakiendanga. Boycott Safaricom. To boycott Safaricom sasa. Mmetuzoea vibaya. Mmetuzoea vibaya. Safaricom mmetuzoea vibaya. Washenzi nyinyi. Washenzi nyinyi. Washenzi type. Mmetuzoea vibaya. Funda nyinyi.
Safaricom, how does it feel? 24 million new subscribers into Airtel in the first quarter of the year. Wow, we quarter. Hata si half. I am here to promote Airtel for free. From the deepest portal of my heart and the depth in my soul and spirit, how much I hate Safaricom. Is Adil still the chairperson? That friend to Adani? Did I mention I hate Safcom? I just hate Safcom. I hate them so much. The things Safcom are tied to. Honestly, I feel like M-Pesa has people on a chokehold. Otherwise, I feel like Airtel would have had even bigger numbers. I'm happy for Airtel. You guys really do have fair pricing and things like that. Even your bundles are really, really fair. So, mwendele hivyo. Best news I've had in regards to Safcom. Oh my gosh, this is good news. Failure!
Safaricom is complicit and indeed a facilitator in the tracing and abduction of Kenyans who have either ended up dead or maimed in the hands of police like Albert Ojwang. We want to issue a direct warning that this amounts to aiding and abetting in the commission of these crimes against humanity, for which Kenyans will hold Safaricom responsible and either take appropriate legal action or boycott their services.
Safaricom, how are they involved in this matter of identifying people? When you are even in a toilet, a police officer will get to you. Can we ask Safaricom to come before this house and tell us what is going on? Number 2, this is a question to DCI. There is of course, long before apprehending suspect, they normally have a request for that person to appear before a police officer. Why do you go all the way to Homa Bay to arrest an individual for just a minor case? Why don't you ask him to come and report to the nearest police station? Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Okay, so it's really quite 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I made a video where I talked about the whole economic boycott situation. And in the comment section, people are talking about we should also boycott Safaricom, we should boycott M-Pesa and all that. And then other creators started making videos like this, and then those videos started reaching out to a wide array of people. And all of a sudden, people are talking about economic boycott, and they're mostly targeting Safaricom and M-Pesa, right? Guess what I've just seen right now? Apparently, M-Pesa walienda road trip all over Rift Valley hadi West Pokot. Road trip mpaka West Pokot. No, like honestly speaking, they were saying that they were trying to improve like usage of M-Pesa across the country, but we all know the reason. Sasa wameenda all over Rift Valley, walisimamia sijui Uasin Gishu, wamesimamia sijui Trans Nzoia, wameenda all over the place hadi West Pokot. That's how. Now imagine the boycott didn't even happen. Ni ma story tu za boycott kukuja. So I feel like they are starting to feel the pressure already, even before the whole system happens. And people were saying that businesses won't feel the boycotts. Stories about boycotts zimewatuma kwenda road trips. Stories, not even the actual boycott itself. And there were people that saying economic boycotts can't work. There's your sign. There's your sign.
Mimi wacha tu niseme juu nikanyi wote mnaogopa kusema. Airtel. Nimewaita mara ngapi? whatever Safaricom has done, you people can do it. Kama niyo Airtel money, you can make it as efficient as M-Pesa if you want to, bro.
Hakuna kitu ishingi kwa akili yangu rent free kama line ya Airtel ni free, Telcom free, weka credit kwenye line upate free bundles, replacement tunafanya, upgrading na pia kufananisha namba. Karibu customer.
Orange network pili kwa determined ku stand out na pia akatoa advert ya ngoma yenye iko disappoint mtu wangu.
Bongo Venus, zunguka zunguzuka neni.
Hii advert ilitoka around hapo 2008 na ilificha 2 African music legends, Eric Wainaina kutoka Kenya na the late Oliver Mtukudzi kutoka Zimbabwe. Oliver Mtukudzi ndo bado alimbanga hii ngoma fulani ya watu wangu.
What shall we do?
Back to the advert. Sasa kama tuko masholia niko na Safaricom, hii ad ya Orange ilienda beyond just pushing a product. Mazili libeba deep cultural weight na dhimenye li-emphasize kufanya kazi pamoja na wase connect across African borders. Jusa hiyo time, Orange ilikuwa inapatikana in many other African countries. Na watu wangu pia tusahau kwamba during the same period, kulikuwa na another play in the game mwenye aliitwa Zayn. Mazei brand pili andagoja ni noma. Jusa ilianzanga kama Genz hapo 2000, then wakaribrand to Celtel in 2004. Then in 2008 tena wakaribrand to Zayn. Na pia ulikuwa gana adverts hatari mtu wangu.
Yaye, sasa nani anataka kuwa milionea? Sawa. Zayn wanapeana milioni 1 kila wiki. Lazima utumie line yako ya Zayn wakati wote.
Na sasa fast forward to 2025. Zayn ndo sasa inajulikana kama Airtel na bado imeendelea kumake waves na hizo adverts noma.
Mom, I want to become a rapper.
Ati nini? Iwezekani rapper? Na unajua kuimba? Kuna university.
As for Orange, it also rebranded na siku hizi inaitwaga Telcom. Na pia bado inatesaga na madvert noma maze.
Motion. See press and posters for detail.
Excuse me. Nani ataniskocha?
Bana, mimi sio mtu wa kununua vitu online, lakini for the first time nimetrust mtu na pesa yangu na kitu ikafika. Sisi ni wale watu you deliver and we pay, lakini for the first time nimenunua hii kitu online ikaletwa toka Nairobi mpaka Kisumu na ni 5G smart box. Iko na unlimited internet hapa mtu wangu. Sasa hata venye nimetoa hivi kwa moto watu 5 wanalia juu nilikuwa nisha connect watu 5 hapa wanasikia fiti. Na nimepatiwa hii kitu na 3500 peke yake mtu wangu. Yaani bei ya mwananchi. Juu si atutumiage affordable, bei ya mwananchi. So hata wewe mazo unaweza kolawa na sijalipwa kufanya hii nini by the way. Nimeona tu hii kitu ni genje. Nimeona hii kitu ni genje, kitu imeweza. So nimeona niongelee tu mazee. So imenibamba tu yani. Sijaona kitu kaa hii mazee, mimi naweza tumia unlimited internet mazee, ni watu wengine watumie hivyo. Na mazee unajua mimi naishi Ocha. So naishi Ocha lakini speed ya hii kitu huku Ocha niko sure hata watu watawa mngam. So kama uko hapo mazee, kama unadai hii kitu, mimi naweza recommend mbuy hii kitu mazee, hii smart 5G smart box ya Airtel. Unalipa subscription ya mwezi ya kwanza 3500, unaletewa hii kitu hadi mali huko. Kama uko Nairobi huko, wako na ofisi, unaweza enda pia uichukulie hapo from ofisi. Ukiwa outside Nairobi unawapigia tu, unalipa hiyo do, unaletewa hii kitu. Very easy. Na hii kitu ni game changer mtu wangu. Kitu ni game changer. Speed yake tu ni amazing. Nimeshinda hizo wifi zote nimekuwa nikitumia. So sasa mimi nimerudi huku. Na kitu kingine niwakumbushe tena, sijalipwa kutangaza hii kitu na sijuani na mwenye hii kitu on a personal level. Mimi nilipata tu video TikTok akiongelea hii kitu, nikaona nijaribu, nimeibuy hata mimi. So hata wewe unaweza buy alafu munishow. But misha ni bamba, najua itakubamba hata wewe. Kwanza kawe ni content creator ama wewe unaochigi ma content zetu, mbuy hii kitu mazendo, tukipost content mnaona haraka uinja mabere.
You wouldn't accept this at your favorite restaurant, so why accept it from your network? Airtel, the smartphone network.
Do you guys know that even if you're deceased, Safaricom is still going to resell your line to somebody else? You're 6 feet under, but somebody else is currently using your line. Do you imagine the type of emotional damage that does to your loved ones? Yesterday, I called my dad, who passed away in 2021, and his phone went through. The line went through. Now, I was so shocked that I hung up. The shock on me was that the person called back. Now, my dad is deceased, 6 feet under, for a long while. But somebody called back. And I just picked up my phone and I was like, sorry, wrong number. And I disconnected the call. But I went to the M-Pesa app and I got to know who the person was. I think it's so unfair, especially when somebody is deceased, for Safaricom to resell their line to somebody else. Like, I don't know. I felt like it's so intrusive. Like, you're selling somebody else's identity to someone else and they're deceased. I mean, no.
As we speak, Safaricom PLC is in very hot soup. Reason being, Kenyans are beginning to suspect that they are aiding DCI officers to apprehend people like the late Albert Ojwang. And this suspicion, by the way, doesn't come without probable cause. People aren't just speaking blindly. Just listening to Cherargei, Senator Cherargei for that matter, explaining how he evaded police just by ditching his SIM card and in so doing confirming some sort of corroboration. Here's the tip.
It cannot be that as a Senate we are just sitting and allowing insecurity to thrive in this country. You go to Mombasa, Mr. Speaker, when you greet a boy woman, you think she's a woman. Somebody has won a boy with a machete. You think she's a beautiful lady. He's a man with a machete. And there are criminal gangs ruling Mombasa as we talk. You go to Nakuru, Mr. Speaker, the gangs are playground. You go to Kerio Valley, Mr. Speaker, and many other places, Mr. Speaker. I think it is a high time, and I want to appeal to the President, because he is a man who is very decisive. Heads must roll from the Minister of Interior, Inspector General of Police and all his subordinates, including the OCS from Homa Bay, who gave out the link, Mr. Speaker, including Safaricom, who gives out the location of this suspect. Mr. Speaker, I remember when I want to be arrested, I left my phones in Kibos. The police went to look for me in Kibos, and I was in Eldoret, Mr. Speaker, sleeping.
Even JB Muturi has grown skeptical of the conduct of Safaricom PLC. Here's a tip.
We're also aware that Safaricom is complicit and indeed a facilitator in the tracing and abduction of Kenyans who have either ended up dead or maimed in the hands of police like Albert Ojwang. We want to issue a direct warning that this amounts to aiding and abetting in the commission of these crimes against humanity, for which Kenyans will hold Safaricom responsible and either take appropriate legal action or boycott their services. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, due to the persistent targeting, kidnapping and abductions, intimidation and love arrests and murder of young people by this heinous and degenerate regime led by William Ruto, we reiterate our call for the June 25th to be a people's public holiday, a day of memorial in honor of all Kenyans who have lost their lives under this regime. Thank you. God bless Kenya.
So it's rather interesting. Senator Cherargei, who is in government, is saying Safaricom is helping DCI and other officers to nab people, or at least strangulate their locations. JB Muturi, who's outside government, is also saying the same. If those in government and those outside government are coming to agreement, then who am I to question? There could be some truth to what these gentlemen are saying. Now, I've had a chance to see Safaricom's rebuttal, and in fairness, it's good to give everybody a chance to respond. And here's what Safaricom had to say. Dear Kenyans, our attention has been drawn to the disturbing news by a section of leaders linking Safaricom to the arrest of the late Albert Omondi Ojwang. On the onset, Safaricom wishes to express our deepest condolences to the family and friends of the late Albert. We wish to state the following regarding the allegations. Number one, that at no point was there any contact between Safaricom and any security agency in investigating or arresting the late Albert. Number two, that we became aware of his arrest through media reports. Number three, we are therefore concerned and disturbed by the remarks by Honorable Justin Muturi linking us to the unfortunate incident. Our ask to all Kenyans is to ignore any attempts to incite them and remain firm in demanding accountability through transparent investigations. We also ask our leaders to push for a credible, transparent and timely investigation that will bring the perpetrators to justice and give the family and Kenyans the answers they are looking for, and so on and so forth. So Safaricom are saying, see, don't look at us. But why is it the government is able to find people where they are? You could even leave your apartment or your home, go to your country and be hosted by your cousin on the other side in a matope house which has no internet. the DCI officers will come and pick you from there. How is that possible? And why is it when Cherargei leaves his phone in one county with its SIM card, naende county ingine, police are duped and they go to that county where the SIM card is? What to see wajinga? Let people be honest. And if Safaricom wants to exonerate themselves from this issue, why can't they just come out and say the government has its own ways of triangulating people and this is how they do it? It has nothing to do with our SIM cards. Just saying it's not us is not enough. Anywho, maybe I'm just being a hater. Let's see what Kenyans on X have to say about this. And I quote, Alota said, we need to boycott Safaricom soon. Wanapeana details zetu bana. Alota, the same guy, also said, Safaricom each time the system wants to kill someone. Then ameweka picha, ya jamaa amewekewa microphone na ni kama ana point out the location of somebody. Ni yule pale. Iyush said Safaricom to NIS and DCI. Then you can see this image here. Ati sasa huyu kijana hapa mbele ndo Safaricom anaongoza hawa afisa wote to the location of whoever it is they want to find. Etila said, this guy sold my line to another user without any notice on search. Now I'm reading the comments which are right under the Safaricom post. Explain to me like I'm from Kitale. How do these betting sites get my number yet I don't involve myself with gambling? This is a good question, but he's trying to say people from Kitale are slow. I don't agree with that, brother. That's another good question. It is not just dark security agencies which are finding people's locations. Even betting companies and all these other companies which you have nothing to do with wanatumia watu messages. Where are they getting our numbers from? Even a new number, utakaa siku mbili message imeanza. So anyway, on to the other tweets. Opuk said, F Safaricom, and on the post you can see the Safaricom boss ameshika simu. Hello bro, what's up? Ameambiwa hapo na Lagat, kuna kijana ananisumbua huko mtandaoni, niangalia kwa wapi. Mkubwa wa Safa akasema mitambo zetu inaonyesha ako Homa Bay. Lagat akasema asanti, kujia chai sasa. I would believe that maybe Safaricom is feeding intel to security agencies, but hakuna chai yenye Lagata anaweza pea Safaricom. The police service is broke compared to Safaricom. Anywho, that's what Kenyans had to say on X. What say you? Do you think Safaricom is culpable and people are rightfully calling them out?
Makosa nimefanya nika-regret. Ni kujipeleka na miguu yangu nikajiingiza kwa Safaricom shop kununua simu ya dual SIM. Hi! And I'm telling you, this is a regrettable decision. If you want to buy dual SIM phone, do not buy from Safaricom shop. Just don't do it. Hi! Mimi kiki nimejipeleka na miguu yangu. Hii miguu yangu tu nikajibeba, mimi sijui ni shetani gani alinishika nikaingia kule nikitafuta simu. I want a dual SIM phone because I have a Safaricom line and I have another network. Hey! Pale kwa duka, you put your SIM cards inside the phone, you see the bars. You think, this thing has got network for both lines. Get home. That SIM 2 and you make another network. Buy bundles, see if those bundles will work. Kununua itanunua, but will the bundles work? They will not work. A good number of times my people call me, they tell me, you know what, your line is muteja. No way. What Safaricom is doing is that they've blocked their phones, their networks. But they will not tell you that up front. When you're in the Safaricom shop, they tell you this phone is good, the network is working, the things are functioning, but they have disabled or slowed down SIM 2 so that the other network line does not work. And then even when you're on Wi-Fi, the thing keeps on telling you, buy Safaricom bundles. There's always this pop-up notification. I'm on Wi-Fi. I don't need bundles. Why do you need to buy bundles when I'm on Wi-Fi? But you keep on telling me with this pop-ups, crazy to just pop up from nowhere, telling me to buy bundles from Safaricom. Oh my gosh, it is so annoying to use a dual SIM phone that was bought from a Safaricom shop. It's the most, if there's a way to program my phone again, to get out of Safaricom programming, I will do it. But I regret every cent I spent to buy this phone from Safaricom shop. It is a waste of time, it's a waste of money. If you must buy a dual SIM, go to a private person who is selling. Enda kwa duka, but Safaricom shop, hoi! And then you remember these guys ate 70 billion of profit. The last time they declared profit, it was 70 billion. Tell me why even when you put like 20 bob in your Safaricom line, you just leave it alone for 1 week. When you come back, it tells you 0. And then when you buy credit, it tells you it even like awkward jahazi without you knowing. Ili awkward jahazi ikipigia nani? Safaricom 70 billion amjashiba. Kaina simshibe tafadhali. Ama muokoke, muhonoke. Kai, ili tamaya wapi?
This is for entertainment purposes. So now, Safaricom, God has given you a golden opportunity to redeem yourself. Mungu amewapea chance ya kujiredeem. because all you need to do is to check the access logs, the cell towers near Endarasha Primary School during the fire, and see who was there at the time. You can even trace the numbers that were there to see whether they hit other cell towers to track their movement. Mkilemewa nirushieni access bona, nirushieni backend, hata mimi naweza ingia kwa hiyo database nishughulikie niangalie, because it seems as if the DCI either don't want to help ama they are complicit. Juu nimesikia rumors that the kids are in Uganda. Nakwambia 2024 is the year of truth. Nothing will be done and remain covered up. Everything will be brought to light na tutajua what has been happening. The same way tumeona airport ilikuwa inasonga. Nothing will be done in the shadows and remain in the shadows. Everything will be brought to light. Safaricom, please do your thing. Assist the DCI. Tafuteni hawa watoto. Mtasaidia hawa wazazi. Please. Yeah? Please.
This is Selector Dede.
Wanadhani ya si bongo lala, ikikupita we bongo lala, na walosema jana iwezi fika leo, tuko ground tunasoza. Hatujikuku mewaka sana, na mabisto wanachafua rada, na walosema jana iwezi fika leo, tuko ground tunasoza. Hakuna mboka, peleke shuleni watasoma, madaktari wamegoma, hapa sani Yesu atatuponya. Wambie punde imechoka sana, farasi bado ijapatikana, ni mandai wanagonya na mali wanaponda, unakonda wananona. Maandamano, 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 amise maandamano, 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 jam down shuffle.